Gloria in excelsis Deo.
Hi, my name is Eric Witham, founder of Christian Sojourn, a movement ministry. Wanted to talk to you about our name. So come walk with us. Just like the road to the kingdom of heaven, this road is narrow and potentially dangerous. For me to reach my destination, it's imperative I watch my step, remain on the road to the best of my ability, and be on the lookout for those things which may deviate me from my journey. But despite the dangers and temptations on this road, I believe I'm on the right road and on the right journey. I want to introduce you to the name of our ministry, Christian Sojourn, a movement ministry. Christian for the obvious reasons. Our ministry declares our belief in Jesus, his message, and the manner in which he went about preaching it. We believe Jesus is who the New Testament authors indicate he is, what his purpose on this earth was, and what powers he has been delegated on earth over the kingdom of heaven and the gates of hell. We recognize Jesus as the only person who can facilitate our hope. Sojourn refers to the journeys taken by biblical characters. Jesus' ministry was one marked by constant and continuous sojourns. Some have estimated the combined distances he traveled in his ministry were enough to circumnavigate the globe, possibly more than once. I choose to believe Jesus served as a model for Christians in all ways, and therefore I believe we are expected to move among the people and preach the message of the kingdom of heaven. The term movement in the Christian world has meaning. On one hand, it may indicate the drawing in of a vast number of people to a new perspective of Christian ideology. On another, it may simply indicate the motivation or remotivation of Christians in large numbers back to Christ, his message, and the will of God. Although Christians Sojourn has a desire to incorporate these meanings, we also use it in a way to encourage physical activity, exercise, getting up off the couch and exercising the muscles involved in the most basic type of movement, walking. Jesus was a prolific walker. He used this form of transportation specifically to preach the message of the kingdom of heaven. He didn't set up a church, which he could have easily have done. He didn't use the heavenly telecommunications system to broadcast his message, which he easily could have done, as was demonstrated at his baptism. No, he sojourned and chose to do so by walking. If we believe he was a model for us, then I believe this should be meaningful. But our use of this term indicates more than this. Christians have been persecuted from its origin, and Jesus informed us that we, as his followers, will be hated among men because of our belief in him and the preaching of the message of the kingdom of heaven. Walking and getting in shape will serve to prepare us for the possibility of a forced sojourn because of Christian persecution. But our use of this term indicates even more than this. It's difficult to separate Jesus' ministry of preaching the kingdom of heaven and preparing the way for us to continue it from his healthcare ministry. He was not only addressing the nature of the kingdom of heaven and providing instructions on how to realize our hope, he was also attending to the sick around him. But it wasn't just him who he expected to heal the sick. He instructed his disciples to go out and do the same, and there's little difference between his disciples and us today. I believe we're supposed to consider ourselves as the contemporary versions of the original disciples, and I believe we're expected to exercise our faith to the point of doing precisely what Jesus has instructed the original disciples to do. We either believe and have faith, or we do not. If we have genuine faith, then we should be able to do whatever the original disciples could do. If they were capable of healing the sick, then we should be capable as well. We just need to exercise our faith and believe we possess the potential Jesus knows we have. If the faith of a mustard seed is enough to move mountains, then we should be able to develop enough to heal the sick, right? I believe we possess that potential. Until we establish genuine faith, the next best thing we can do is to motivate others to exercise and eat well. These two fundamental things will generate physical and mental health well-being, which will stave off most chronic health diseases and reverse many that have already afflicted us. Obesity, diabetes, cardiovascular, respiratory, peripheral vascular diseases, and many mental health related diseases, including depression and anxiety, can be eliminated or controlled by simply getting up and walking. Movement in this ministry is a fundamental objective. Movement is something Jesus, the mechanism of our hope, would want us to do. He set the example for us to model. And I believe that model is one of movement and sojourning in and around our community, preaching the message of the kingdom of heaven. So this is who we are. Our mission, Christian Sojourn, a movement ministry. Join us.